Okay, back to the brown. Got a little water over here, so make sure that I don't flood. A little sponge. Alright, that's too wet. Alright, let's see how that dries. Alright, don't want to go crazy here, so let's try brown first. Not doing anything. Yep. Do a small area first. Let's see. Now the whole point of getting these washes to work is to put the right amount of paint in there, not too heavy to make it a paint, not too light to not get the color in the lines. Obviously it's going to be a problem because this whole wash is going to take up, it's going to stain the whole thing to a different color, which may or may not be a bad thing, but I'm going to let the rest of this stuff dry hard. I'm going to see how these all look when everything's said and done, and maybe play around with some alcohol with it later. And we'll see how that looks in a little bit. I decided not to use black on the whole thing. I am going to use it on the doors though, and I am using it around the trim. I've already done 2 sides to do the testing, and I did this off camera. You can see this has brown highlights in it. It's kind of hard to see, but the black, I did the black around here on the windows and the door. Then on this side, I didn't do the windows. Oops, this is the right side, that's why. Okay, yeah, I did do the window, the vent, and then the rest was done in brown. So it's coming along, and what I'm doing is I am actually flooding. I really don't have the touch for this. Being a little less careful with the brown because it doesn't seem to matter, and actually if there is any spillover color, it takes away the parts of the brown that I don't like, so I don't care. I'm just flooding, just making sure the color is getting all in that groove. And you actually can see it if you look real closely. It is subtle, but it's when you put the building on its side or on its base, it makes a difference. Just enough that the eye can see it. But not so much that it becomes overpowering like those doors. God, those doors. Come on, just enough. Take out just enough. And then I gotta let it dry before I can do the 4th side, which you will not see, but I will show you the finished product, because I think that, oh, I got one more thing to do. Alright, so I got some window tint material here. Won't need very much. We'll go to the plastic sheet stock. So we got enough sheet stock to cover 2 windows, and then enough tint to cover the piece of plastic. And yes, I did consider just putting this stuff directly onto the sheet, but I figured I'd do it right. Hard part in all this is getting these small pieces to come undone, because you're not working with a big roll that you can cut off. But it will happen. So what you first, don't succeed the easy way, do this. Just roll it up in a little circle, tight, nice and tight. And you keep rolling, tighten it up, rolling, tighten it up, rolling, tighten it up. And when you come back, you will end up with the side, and you fold it back over the other way, and it will not stay. What you're going to have is a little bubble here in the center. Ta-da! And then you apply one to the other. Be wet apply, but these windows are so small. This kind of extra attention to detail doesn't pay much in the terms of anything other than your own peace of mind, so I just put it on. And then a lot of people use white glue on these, and I use silicone caulk, which also dries clear. That is way too much glue. So back to the cotton. To knock off most of it, and using tint side in. Glue it all down in place, and take your mini Q-tip and clear out as much goo as you can, which really won't matter because when it dries clear. Make sure you don't knock it with your finger over. The window is all exposed, and you may find that you need a second piece of tint on there, which you can still see, which is fine. I've done 2 or 3 layers on this stuff, but in the end it will be fine. And then we will let that dry. Oops, I went to the parts bin to find a piece of styrene that will go in there as a small exhaust. Too long. Still too long. That will work. Go back to the Mega Glue, which is complete overkill for this. Ta-da! Go and get the metallic paint. As long as we got this paint out, let's go back and okay, so I cleared it. Got the top on it, dried it. Gotta paint that silver still, but detail, and I actually adhered the top on it and finished the windows. So now I just got to do this last half. Let's see if I can do this in a way that everybody can see it. The top is warped. So the plan, of course, is to glue it and then weight it. And then, of course, we'll go with the aggressive glue. And pack it down a little bit so it's in the right place. Start stacking our poker chips to our level, and I've got these weights. And they are heavy. Which will nicely close up that gap. It is solid. We need to spread the glue around a little bit more. And after spreading the glue around a little bit more, then we just let this thing dry.